Kakarot and Cooler's armor squadron was sent off to another planet when they ran into the Ginyu force. And the armor squadron were easily able to kill most of the Ginyu force members, leaving one person left, Ginyu himself. And in a last-ditch effort, Ginyu was able to switch bodies with Kakarot. And now with Ginyu in Kakarot's body, what's gonna happen? Find out in this part 3 of What If Cooler Raised Kakarot. Kakarot yells out to the rest of the squadron. He tells them that he swapped bodies, Ginyu is in his. Salza realizes that they're gonna have to deal with this. Now they don't have a problem with killing Kakarot, they kinda want to. But they know if they probably kill Kakarot, Cooler's gonna kill them. So they need to find a way to deal with this. And Ginyu taunts him. What, are they gonna attack their fellow comrade? And yeah, they are. Kakarot gives them the go ahead to attack his body. They can beat him up as much as they want, just as long as that they don't kill him. Dorden gives Ginyu a powerful punch to the gut, with Ginyu coughing up blood, as the rest of the squadron follows suit, attacking Ginyu. And what makes it worse is not only he's getting jumped by 3 people, is that he's not used to this body, so his power level is lower than what it should be. So Ginyu is at a severe disadvantage. So the squadron continues to pummel Ginyu, to the point where he's really close to dying. And as soon as Salza is about to deliver another blow, Ginyu desperately tries to switch bodies with him. And Kakarot sees that this is his chance. As he fights through the pain, he leaps in front of Ginyu's beam, which made the two switch back to normal. Even though he's all battered and beaten, Kakarot got his body back. And while Kakarot's on the ground, the rest of the squadron walks up to Ginyu, who's on his last legs. And they're trying to decide who gets to kill him. And they decide to settle it with a game of rock, paper, scissors. But that was Ginyu's plan to get one of them at least close enough to quickly switch bodies with him. But just before he was gonna yell change now, a blast comes in and kills Ginyu. It was from Kakarot. He used the last bit of his energy he had left to kill him. He then collapses to the ground due to his injuries. Even though he's in tremendous amount of pain, he thinks that this is a good thing. Once he gets all healed up, his power will rise like never before. But Kakarot then notices something. There's another power here. And he actually recognizes this power. He's here? But then 3 huge blasts comes in, and it instantly kills Naz, Dor, and Salza. He then lands in front of Kakarot with a smirk. It's Vegeta. And Kakarot wonders, why is Vegeta even here? We then cut back months ago, to where it's a little bit after Vegeta and Kakarot's fight. Vegeta gets up, barely hanging on to life, and he sees that Kakarot has left him here. And Vegeta lays there as he can't believe what happened. Kakarot was able to take them on as great apes, and he killed Raditz and Nappa. But he wonders, why did he leave him alive? He could have killed them like the others, but he didn't. But that's when Vegeta remembers the last thing Kakarot told him. He said to get stronger, and he wants to fight him again one day. So that's it. That's why he kept him alive. And he accepts this. He would grow strong enough to kill Frieza and defeat Kakarot, certifying himself as the strongest. Just wait and see. Vegeta then sees a ship, and it looks like it's the only one that's left. Kakarot purposely left that one for him, and the ship has a healing pod on it. Good, that means he could train as much as he wants and then heal up immediately. So Vegeta deserts the Frieza force and goes off to train. He goes to various different planets with different types of gravity. And Vegeta can see some noticeable growth for doing this. And once he gets adjusted to that planet's gravity, he moves on to another one. But he has to go to ones that's off Frieza's radar, so he doesn't get caught by him. Because currently right now, Frieza thinks that he's dead, and he likes to keep it that way. He wants to keep it a surprise until the day he fights him. And Vegeta's been doing this for a while, until one day, he felt some powers on a different planet. Now he isn't really used to this power sensing technique, but there's multiple powers he's feeling, and it seems like they're fighting. So Vegeta decides to check it out. Maybe it's something that will be worth his while. So he lands on the planet and he tries to lower his energy as much as he could. And he scopes out the scene, where he sees the Ginyu force. And they're fighting people in different kind of battle armor. Who are they? And what he sees next, he can't believe. It's Kakarot, and he's fighting Ginyu. And Vegeta saw the rest of the battle go down. Even Kakarot swapping bodies with Ginyu, and then swapping back to their original bodies. And just when they're about to kill Ginyu, Vegeta does overhear something. Something about someone named Cooler. Wait, Cooler? He recognizes that name. That's the name of Frieza's brother. He only heard rumors that Cooler exists, and it seems to be true. And that's apparently who Kakarot's working for. And now since we're caught up with everything with Vegeta, we then cut to the present. And Kakarot's quite surprised to see Vegeta here. And it seems like he listened to him, as it's gotten a lot stronger. Hell, he was able to kill the armor squadron. He would have been able to do that if he was as strong as the last time they met. What, is he here to kill him to avenge the other Saiyans? And Vegeta tells him he could, but he's gonna give Kakarot a choice. He could either die now or die possibly later. And Kakarot doesn't know what Vegeta means by that. And Vegeta tells him he wants to work together to defeat Frieza. If he agrees, he'll let him live and they could train together to get stronger. And they both can take down Frieza. But if he refuses, he could just kill him right here. he really wouldn't have much use for a useless Saiyan. And Kakarot sees that he really doesn't have no other choice, as he doesn't want to die here, and not to Vegeta of all people, so he reluctantly agrees. Vegeta then picks up Kakarot and takes him to his ship, as they then leave the planet. And as a precaution measure, Vegeta does put Kakarot in a healing pod, so that the wounds from Ginyu can heal up. But as soon as those wounds are healed, Vegeta kicks Kakarot out of the healing pod. The rest of the injuries Kakarot can heal by himself, because Vegeta knows if Kakarot had healed fully, he's gonna get a huge boost of power and possibly kill Vegeta and go back to Cooler. He can't have Kakarot going back on their deal. They then go to a random planet with some high gravity, and they do some training together, but Kakarot can't train as intensely as Vegeta can, due to him not being completely healed. And Vegeta's actually quite surprised to see that Kakarot's actually kind of keeping up with him when training, even though he's not fully healed. And Vegeta starts to think he never really saw the true potential of Raditz and Nappa. He always kind of did look down on them. But after seeing how strong Kakarot has gotten, a low-class warrior, he kind of thinks how strong those two would have gotten if they trained with him. It is too bad that Kakarot killed them. Speaking of Kakarot, Vegeta continues trying to convince Kakarot to turn on Cooler, because he knows if they defeat Frieza, Cooler's just going to take his place, replacing one tyrant for another, and Kakarot will try to help him with that. So Vegeta keeps on trying to tell him, he's just like Frieza, he wants to get rid of all of the Saiyans too. But Kakarot already knows that Cooler's like Frieza, and that he also doesn't like the Saiyans as well. But he's different to Cooler. He's the one that took him in. He raised him. He turned him into the strong warrior he is today. He at least owes Cooler that. Vegeta then tells Kakarot, who says that Cooler can't get rid of him after Frieza's dealt with? Because when Frieza is gone, what use does Cooler have left of him? Kakarot then pauses for a second, as he thinks about it. Maybe Vegeta is right. And Vegeta sees that he's finally made a breakthrough to him. Somewhere out in space, we then cut to Cooler, and he's kind of confused. He should have heard back from the Armor Squadron and Kakarot by now. Did something go wrong with the mission? You can understand why the Armor Squadron may be down, but Kakarot? Even with Grade A form, his power should surpass 1,000,000. There's no way that that planet was strong enough to take down Kakarot. Could it have been a trap? Did his heater set him up? Well, whatever has happened, he's gonna find out. As Cooler then investigates this even further, as he then goes to the planet that Kakarot and the Armor Squadron were sent to, and he sees nothing. It's a barren planet. But then something catches Cooler's eyes, as he sees the corpses of the Ginyu Force. And that's what Cooler figures out, that the heaters did set him up. This was a trap. But still, even if this was a trap, his squadron and Kakarot were way stronger than the Ginyu Force. Maybe it was Frieza. Maybe Frieza came here. It would explain why his men is dead and Kakarot's not here. Only he will be able to outmatch them. Well, whatever. It just meant that Kakarot wasn't meant to be the one to take down Frieza. He is just another Saiyan after all. He doesn't really care about him. Still, he was a good soldier though. As Cooler then flies off, but just before he goes, he points a finger at the planet, launching a death beam through the core, destroying the planet. As Cooler then gets back on the ship, he thinks to himself. He thinks it's about time to pay his brother a visit. He was trying to avoid this outcome, but it's time for him to get his hands dirty. Some time has passed where we go back to Vegeta and Kakarot, and they think they've completed their training, as they are way adjusted to this planet's gravity. It is 50 times Planet Vegeta's gravity, which is 500 times Earth's gravity. But now they're starting to see some diminishing gains. But where they're at now, it should be enough, as they then decide to heal, and Vegeta lets Kakarot actually use the healing pod this time. Kakarot's never been fully healed, and he's been training through the injuries, but he was still able to make heavy amount of progress. And once he heals fully in the healing chamber, we get some major Zenkai boost. During this entire training, Vegeta was ahead, but now that Kakarot's fully healed, Kakarot's power shot way past his. Vegeta then takes his turn in healing pod, healing up completely too. After that, Vegeta thinks it's about time to contact Frieza, and Kakarot's wondering how they're gonna do that. Vegeta then goes into his ship and brings out something. It's a scouter. It's one of the scouters that he picked off one of the dead bodies of the Ginyu Force. He grabbed it and turned it off before they left. But now it's time to send Frieza a message. As he then puts the scouter on his face and turn it on, and he contacts Frieza. And Frieza's pretty confused. He's being contacted by one of the Ginyu Force. He thought they all died. Frieza answers it and he wants to know where they've been. But Frieza then realizes the person that contacted him wasn't the Ginyu Force. It was Vegeta. And Frieza can't believe it. There's no way. Vegeta's still alive? How's that possible? Vegeta then taunts Frieza over the scouter, making him angry. And Vegeta then ends it off by saying he'll be waiting for him, as it's time to finish this. He then crushes the scouter. Frieza then tells his men to track that scouter where it was last broadcast, because he immediately wants to set a course to find Vegeta, because right now that's Frieza's priority. Vegeta then tells Kakarot they're done training. For now, until Frieza gets here, they're gonna be resting. He wants the both of them to be at their best when Frieza comes. And Kakarot doesn't like Vegeta giving out orders to him. But whatever, because now it's a waiting game until Frieza's arrival. A few days have passed until they finally see Frieza's spaceship arrive, and they are hit with a wave of Frieza Force soldiers, but they were easily able to handle them. Frieza was kind of hoping that those soldiers would do more to Vegeta, but he was wrong. But Frieza then sees something that completely shocks him. Someone standing next to Vegeta. It's that Saiyan. He's here working with Vegeta, and this angers Frieza so much that he's gonna have to step in, as he then steps off his ship, as this is where we'll leave this part off. What do you guys think of this video, and do you want to see more? If you do, be sure to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. It supports me and it supports the channel, showing me that you want to see more What Is. Anyways, I'm DBZ Anarchy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.